In the meantime, issues including fuel theft continue to plague the Jamaica Urban Transit Company JUTC. The management team, along with representatives of the Transport Ministry, were also at Parliament's PAAC meeting on Wednesday. The efficiency of the JUTC was again under scrutiny at Wednesday's PAAC meeting.
And what has brought it to the fore more than anything is the recent action out here in the streets with the taxi and minibus operators, where the public was held at ransom.
PAAC members criticized the inability of the JUTC to fill the gap when taxi operators withdrew their service. But JUTC representatives again presented a list of issues. Among them, insufficient buses. Managing Director Paul Abrahams again noted that with several units needing repairs, the JUTC needs at least 120 more buses to meet the basic demand. He says parts that were ordered in June were just delivered in November.
So we had planned to do a blitz on the weekend just to be derailed because of the strike that took place. So whereas we had earmarked units to go into repairs now, we had to pull them right back out just to try and suffice the demand.
Just over $1 billion was allocated to order 50 new buses in June this year. The delivery time is 7 months.
February, March, by virtue of the 7 months, and as you are optimistic that you'll be even 1 month earlier, in January.
Somewhere there, yes.
So by your optimism, come February, Mr. Abrams' problem will be alleviated by the 50 buses. Or in a worst case situation in March.
Let us say by March, giving time to clear and do all the necessary. But that by March, you should have the buses running.
But the bus count is not Mr. Abrahams' only issue. Fuel theft continues to eat away at the entity's finances. As Mr. Abrahams says, crooks have found new ways to steal and hide their wrongdoings.
I'll just give you one, for example. We discovered the other day that what they do now is they will open the inspection plate and they will tie the float valve to make it look like it's full. So when the bus is leaving in the depot, the fuel gauge will register full. And then within an hour and a half, the bus is out of fuel. So what we've had to do now is to go through all the buses and reseal and come up with a system that they cannot get access to the fuel sending area.
But even as the theft continues, there is also a 56% increase in fuel costs since last year, coupled with less funding for fuel.
1.55 billion was allocated from the subvention of 5.5 billion for fuel. Our request for supplementary was for $1 billion.
For $1 billion?
Yes, and we have received 522 million.
For PAAC Chairman Michael Phillips, the problem may lie with the Transport Ministry. Permanent Secretary Alwyn Hales says a detailed plan for the JUTC's future will be completed by the end of the year.
Still to come this evening, farm road woes in St. Thomas. And in business news, the Jamaica Chamber of Commerce has a new president. We'll be right back.